Hey guys, today I'm going to help some of you guys answer how much it costs to actually rebuild an Overland trailer like this. Now, I'm not 100% completely done, but I'm pretty much at a good blank slate so that one could potentially start customizing from here on out. When I first started looking into trailers, I didn't know what I wanted exactly, and the ones online just looked very overpriced for someone's own customized trailer. So I opted to actually start building my own. Now, a bit about me. Yes, I do a lot of mods on my 4Runner, but I'm no fabricator, and I've got some very, very basic tools, nothing fancy at all. And a lot of the things that I did on my trailer is actually the first time tackling it. Now, there are probably some things I would have done differently if I had to do it again. And again, I'll share that with you guys later on in this video. So, before tackling this, one of the main things that was on my mind was what kind of trailer was I going to use. Now, this one here is going to be an M416 trailer. I was stuck between an M416 and an M101. The M416 is a lot smaller and it weighs at only 850 pounds dry versus 1,300 pounds. And it's a bit more narrow for my 4Runner to pull. Not to mention, it's going to get better mileage. I actually don't need the extra size of the M101 either. So I'm actually okay with the way it is, and I'll actually even using the regular leaf spring suspension on this trailer. Now, regarding the 416, parts are also much more readily available, and there's actually a very strong presence on Facebook. They've got a good community with people that have actually mod these, so check them out. I'll put a link below so that you can follow along. I got a lot of inspiration from this group. Now, there is a few cons that I'd like to share though. The M416 is a 5x5.5 bolt pattern, which you'll need a spacer for depending on the vehicle that you're using. I'm using a Toyota 4Runner, so I had to match my 4Runner 6 lug. Now, the M101 also has a folding tailgate, which is nice, but I personally plan to do that mod one day. Instead of a drop down, I'm probably going to do a swing out. So now you know my main reasoning for choosing the M416 as the shell. Now let's break down the exciting part, the cost. Now this all depends on the condition of the trailer. They start anywhere from $500 all the way to $3,500 without a rooftop tent. Now most of the times the one that does fetch for $3,500 are in really, really tip-top great condition. It's been garaged most of the time, it's got minimal rust surface, and most importantly, original OEM parts. And Jeep lovers love this. Now, if you haven't seen my previous videos, here's a quick video of how my trailer looked before I picked this up. So let's break down the cost. Now I'm going to start off with the bare bones trailer. It cost me $1,300. I got it off of a Facebook group. I had to actually buy a Pintle hitch for this, and that was about $60. And because I had a rear tire on my 4Runner, I had to get an extension plug, which is about $7.75. I got some wheel locks to lock this up, which was about $52. I got new change, which is about $37. I bought some JB weld to help patch up some of the holes that were on the trailer frame. I had to do a lot of grinding, so the flap disc, they actually cost me about $52, and I got about 7 of those. And I actually had to get some wire brush to clean up the wheels, as well as some thread lockers, which was roughly about $14. Now, to take care of the rust after I grinded everything off, I opted for the Rust-Oleum spray. I've got it matte black. I got a 6-pack for about $36. And I decided to go with the Raptor liner, and I went all black on that. I had to use eBay because they don't ship anywhere in California, so eBay was the route to get the Raptor liner available to me. And of course, I changed the lug from a 5.5 to a 6.5. That wheel spacer was roughly about $93, and I picked that up on Amazon. Now the TRD wheels, I actually purchased it in 2 different places. I was shopping around for the best deal. The lowest price that I found was eBay. It was $228, and that came really, really quick. And I kept shopping for it and waiting for it, but they don't come out very often. So I did find a website, Toyota of Decatur. It was $239, but it took about 2.5, 3 weeks to get that wheel, which was really not worth the time. I ended up mounting my old tires to this wheel, and that was about $50 to do. And the wheel locks was about $12.99 for that set of 4 Gorilla locks. The total that I spent so far on this is $2,343.83 to get exactly where I'm at right now. Now, let's discuss what I would have done differently. Now, with that said, I really didn't look hard to find somebody to sandblast this, but I definitely would have done that instead of grinding this down. I probably spent over 10 hours grinding this, and I probably could have spent more, but I got a little lazy with some of the extra latches that were still on there. Now, the next thing is, grinding off the rear handles. I wish that I did that. I just got really sick of doing that at that point, so I didn't grind it. But I don't know if that's gonna bite me later on when I try to do the rear tail latch mod. So we'll see about that. Now the third was fenders. As you guys can see, there's no fenders on here right now. I was originally planning to use the original fenders, but it barely covered half my wheel after putting on the wheel spacers and these 33-inch wheels. So I'm actually gonna end up having to make a customized fender for it so that it'll be street legal, because I don't think that you're able to drive with this without actual fenders. I would have actually waited to Raptor line the whole thing at the same time. Now I'm gonna have to purchase another kit to just get the fenders done. But I'm probably gonna wait till I get every last thing before I actually do the last Raptor liner. Number 4 is actually doing the tailgate mod before the Raptor liner. Now, the reason why I jumped the gun is because my buddy that's helping me with the fabrication of the tailgate is really busy for the next few months. And I really didn't want to wait, because every time I waited after I grinded this all down, I would get some rain here and there, and I would start seeing some rust build up again. And I really didn't want to grind it down again, so I just kind of cleaned the whole unit, and I just decided, let's just go ahead and Raptor line it. I think even if I want to do the tailgate later, I'm going to be able to just fix it, patch it up. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad afterwards. Now guys, what is next on this trailer? I'm actually going to be installing a hooked road 18 by 8 inch universal rack. I'm going to be installing my rooftop tent to this. I'm going to be adding a tongue box so it can store all my electronics. Now as far as the hitch, I'm going to be going with something that's a little bit more articulating, so I'm going to be going with the lock and roll hitch afterwards. I might be extending actually another hitch to the rear so that I can put on a bike rack on there. And again, I'm going to be doing a tailgate mod so that I can do a swing out, maybe put a front runner table on there. Lastly, going back to the wheels, I'm going to opt for a 14-inch fender, because the ones that you can find online right now are standard at 12 inches. And that's just a little bit short, so I'm gonna have my buddy fabricate 14-inch fenders, and I think that's gonna look really good here. And I'm also gonna probably do electronic brakes on this, especially when I'm gonna be adding all the added weights. I think the electronic brakes is actually gonna pretty much help this out. And of course, you're gonna need leveling jacks. So I'm gonna be putting leveling jacks all around the front as well as the rear units, so I can actually drop it off at camp, level it out, and take my vehicle out if I need for a day trip. Now I'm actually going to be doing a few more videos as I set this up, but I want to share the price so far because I know a lot of you guys are wondering how much it costs, and you're on the board, you're hesitant to get into this, or you're trying to sell your trailer and you don't know what you can get for it. This is all the work and labor that I put into it so far, just to give you guys an idea. And I'm constantly still looking at trailers for some of my buddies, because after I got this, a lot of them are actually interested in the trailer, and I think it's a really great solution, especially for me with an expanding family and also a dog that I used to love taking to camp that I no longer can do anymore. I'm going to be able to tow this trailer, fit all my stuff in there. My dog's going to be able to fit into my rear hatch now that my fridge and all of my other stuff can be going into the trailer. So I'm excited for the next part, which is going to be the rack, so stay tuned for that video. And I hope this video did help you guys out in understanding how much it costs to build this trailer. I'll catch you guys on the next one, guys.